The movie starts by showing a child named Steve. He is very fond of going inside the mines, but because he is a child, no one lets him go inside. Many years go by, and after all that waiting, he finally grows up and goes to the mines. To fulfill his childhood dreams, he digs there, and during this he finds an earth crystal and an orb. As he fits the earth crystal inside the orb, a portal opens there. Steve goes inside this portal and finds that this world is very different from the common world. Here, everything is in square shape, like the world of someone's dreams or fantasy. The name of this world is Overworld. One special thing about this world is that whatever you think while living here, it happens automatically. For a creative person like Steve, this world is a paradise. He decides to stay here. Here, he also finds a wolf dog which he makes his pet. Years pass, and the friendship between these two grows a lot. It is shown that Steve has also made a lot of things for himself here. One day while working, he sees another portal which he accidentally opens and goes inside it. It is revealed that he has come to another dimension of Overworld through this portal. The name of this world is Netherland. There is neither creativity nor happiness. This world is like hell. As Steve comes here, the queen of this world gets Steve caught and snatches the earth crystal and orb from him. Actually, this queen herself wanted to get this earth crystal and orb from a long time, so that she could destroy Overworld because Overworld did not accept her. Steve is very scared after knowing the intentions of the queen. He understands that if anyone can save Overworld, it is he himself. At night, he frees himself by deceiving everyone and steals the earth crystal and orb. Steve puts his life at stake. To save this crystal, and putting it in a bag, he gives it to his pet dog and tells him to go to Earth with this and hide it in his room. On Steve's request, his dog runs out of the portal of the Netherland, comes to the Overworld, and then comes to Earth, hiding this orb under the bed in Steve's house as per Steve's instructions. Years pass in the movie, and we are shown a man named Garrett. He has a video game store where not many people come. Due to this, he is also short of money, and now he has received a notice to vacate this place, which makes him very upset. To save his gaming zone, he needs money by any means. To earn money, he thinks that he will buy a container with his remaining money, sell the things inside, and save his gaming zone. He looks at the container, and in one container he finds a game named Cosmos, which was a very famous and good game of old times. He hopes that if he launches this game in his gaming zone, then his gaming zone will start running again. In the greed of getting a chance, he buys this container, but later his luck betrays him again. There are only some old useless things inside. That box and not the game. But in this junk, he finds an orb and a crystal which he picks up, not knowing their real purpose. He got the orb and earth crystal from the stuff because these things belong to Steve's house. Garrett's luck is going so bad that when he starts going to his house with that orb and earth crystal, his car engine fails and he gets out of the car in anger and starts shouting. The scene cuts, and on the other side we are shown a boy named Henry and his sister. Henry is a very intelligent boy, and like Steve, his imaginations are also very good. Whatever he thinks of making, he first makes a sketch of it in his drawing book. It is shown that Henry has shifted to Garrett's neighborhood. In the morning, before going to school, he visits Garrett's gaming zone. Here, he also meets Garrett, and he likes his things a lot, but anyway, he has less time right now, so he goes to school. At school, the art teacher asks the students to do a live drawing. A banana and an orange are placed in front of them, which they have to draw. Henry is completing his assignment, but due to his creativity, he makes a jetpack behind that banana, and because of this, he gets scolded by the teacher. Because in live drawing, one's creativity is not shown. Only the thing lying in front is drawn. In this way, the children also make fun of him on the very first day. Henry gets very angry, and he wants to convert his drawing into reality, so he works very hard and makes a jetpack and attaches it to a skeleton. He brings it to the school ground to test it. Everyone gathers to see it, But here a child cuts a wire of this jetpack, due to which this jetpack flies but cannot come under Henry's control and collides with the people of the potato chip factory in front, and again he faces a lot of humiliation. Even the principal asks him to call someone from home. He knows if his sister comes he will be scolded a lot, so he immediately calls Garrett, with whom he has formed a good friendship. He tells Garrett that if you come to my school acting as my uncle, then I will give you $2,000. Hearing the amount, Garrett immediately agrees. Garrett takes Henry out of the school problem and brings him to his shop. After coming here, Henry sees that his jetpack is absolutely fine, but he doesn't know how it went out of control. He is very disappointed with his unsuccessful project, so he throws his diary in the dustbin. After this, he starts looking here and there, and then he catches sight of the orb and crystal. Henry picks up the earth crystal and puts it inside the orb. Suddenly, the power of the orb and earth crystal takes him in front of the same mines from which the portal of the Overworld opened for Steve. Garrett also follows him here. Meanwhile, Henry's sister becomes very worried for him because Henry is neither at home nor at the gaming zone. She calls her estate agent through whom she bought a house here. Tracking Henry, they also reach in front of the same mines. Standing here, all four are talking in surprise when suddenly that portal starts to drag the orb in. Its vacuum force is so strong that along with Henry, Garrett, Henry's sister, and that lady, all four also come inside the Overworld. After coming to this world, they look at this world in amazement, not understanding anything. Meanwhile, we are shown a person from the Overworld who sees the back portal open and goes inside it, coming into the real world. The Queen of Netherland also comes to know that the orb and earth crystal have returned to the Overworld again, so she goes to Steve and tells him that, "If you bring me that orb and crystal, then I will spare your life." Steve agrees happily. On the other hand, the estate agent feels very scared and asks everyone to go back to their world. Then night falls suddenly, and many skeleton monsters attack them. To save themselves, they start running. At this time, Henry thinks that if there was a wall here, they could save themselves from those monsters. As he thinks, a wall starts forming, and he understands that whatever you think in this world, it becomes true. Thinking this, he builds a room around himself, due to which they are saved. Garrett is not with them till now. Henry had the orb and crystal which he left outside the room he had built. When Garrett tries to come inside by picking up the orb and crystal, someone attacks him with a bow and arrow, due to which the earth crystal breaks and only the orb remains in Garrett's hand. To save it, he runs towards the fort Henry had built. At this time, many zombie monsters also appear who now chase Garrett. While escaping, he climbs up the fort and the zombies also come on top of the fort behind him, and in this way, the lives of everyone present here come under threat. Before the zombies kill them all, Steve enters and starts fighting with the zombie monsters skillfully because he has been living here for a long time and has past experience to cope with these things. He makes the sun rise by snapping his fingers and all the zombie monsters burn to death in the sunlight. Here, Steve introduces himself to them and tells that he has been living in this overworld for many years. Steve also comes to know from the orb in their hand that Earth Crystal has broken, due to which he gets very angry because now the portal to Earth cannot open and these people could be trapped here for life. Everyone gets upset after listening to him, so Steve tells them that there is a way. There is a woodland mansion inside which one last Earth Crystal is left. If you want to go back to the world, we have to get it, in which I will help you. But in return, you will have to give this orb to me. Everyone agrees. Steve tells them that going to the woodland mansion is not easy. It is a path full of dangers. These people decide to make some weapons to survive, and Steve brings them to his store. In this store, many things were made by him, but he won many things by fighting with other people. Here, Garrett also sees a strange crystal. Steve says, "Do not touch it. Wherever you throw it, you will be teleported there." Garrett ignores him and throws it at the backside and teleports backside all of a sudden. Now he starts to believe Steve's words. Here Steve helps them learn how to make things. Henry quickly understands Steve's words and makes a pressure gun for himself that even Steve is surprised to see. Garrett, whose brain never worked in such things, makes some strange things. Steve asks him what he is doing. Garrett says that he has no interest in making things. He is only interested in the treasure hidden in those mines from which the portal opened. Garrett says to Steve that, "If you take me to that treasure, then I will give you this orb myself." They are still talking when the monsters of Netherland attack here. The queen of this place needs that earth crystal and orb. To save themselves, they start fighting, and during this time Henry's sister and that other girl get separated from them. Steve takes Henry and Garrett to a high place. Going there, he gives them iron wings which can make them fly. He shows a hill in front of them and tells them that there is a woodland mansion behind that hill where you will have to get that earth crystal. To test these wings, Garrett first throws Henry down, but the wings do not open, and before Henry falls on the ground, his wings activate and start flying. Seeing this, Garrett also jumps. Steve did not want to jump, but when he saw that the soldiers of the Queen of Netherland are coming from behind to kill him, he is forced to jump on Garrett. Before they reach those hills, their wings stop working and they fall on the ground. Garrett asks Steve who these soldiers were who attacked them this time. Steve tells that these are the soldiers of the Queen of Netherland who want to destroy the Overworld because years ago, her own people made fun of her dancing skills. To which she started hating the Overworld and every talented person. She now wants to destroy the Overworld by killing all creative people. She is attacking us because she wants the orb that we have. Garrett asks that you also want this orb. Why do you want it? Steve says that he wants this orb to save his dog. If that queen does not get that orb, she will kill his dog and keep him captive for life. Here we are shown his dog, who is very sad because of Steve's departure. It is night too. Henry's sister and her friend are alone. The dog comes in front of them, and from his collar, they recognize that he is Steve's dog. These people also want to go to their friends. Steve's dog starts leading them towards him by smelling Steve's scent. Here, Steve earlier takes Garrett to the mine where the treasure is hidden. Before they can take anything, the guards here start destroying this mine as they get the news of someone's arrival. In this way, the lives of these three are in danger. Steve quickly makes them sit in a cart and quickly takes the cart out of the mine. As soon as they come out, that mine is completely destroyed. Henry gets angry at Garrett that because of your greed our lives were in danger. Garrett also gets angry and says that his life is not as easy as theirs. He has gone bankrupt and needs money, and doing all this has become his compulsion. Steve understands his emotions and tells him that his condition is also just like his. Now these people reach Woodland Mansion. Before going inside, Steve gives some instructions. He tells them that there are assassins on the first floor of Woodland Mansion who attack others with an axe and do not leave them alive. Magicians roam on the second floor, and the earth crystal is on the third floor, which is protected by Endermen. Their eyes are very mysterious. Whatever happens, you should not look into their eyes. Henry and Garrett make a plan, following which Garrett goes to this mansion first and starts singing a song, diverting the attention of all the assassins towards him and giving Henry a chance to go to the second floor. But some assassins still see Henry going up. Henry runs quickly and reaches the third floor without coming in the sight of anyone from the second floor. Garrett and Steve still have to fight with the people outside so that Henry can do his work. Henry gets that earth crystal, but then the Enderman comes behind him, in whose eyes he accidentally looks, and he starts getting hallucinations as if all the people he knows are calling him a loser. His thoughts are spinning around all these things, but in time he controls his emotions and kills the Enderman with the axe he had. As he is killed, A crystal is formed in his place which has the power to teleport. He picks it up and comes down, and Steve and Garrett also come out of this woodland mansion. As they are leaving, the Queen of Netherland comes here with her soldiers. They snatch earth crystal and orb from them, after which they blast a bomb so that these people cannot reach them. Garrett falls down due to the blast, and Henry and Steve faint. When they regain consciousness, they see that Steve's dog has found them and brought them back home, but Garrett is no longer with them. It is shown that the Queen now activates that orb and earth crystal by putting it on her portal, due to which a laser shoots from the Netherland which starts creating darkness inside the Overworld as well. Now she wants to dominate the Overworld as well. Seeing all this, Steve becomes very sad, and to set everything right, he makes a plan for a war with his companions. Preparing some of their weapons, they enter the battlefield. Due to the mini-bombs and weapons made by them, these people kill the Queen's soldiers of the Netherland one after the other, and the Queen gets angry seeing this. She now calls a very big monster of hers to fight everyone here. After dealing with him, Steve now comes to fight with her. Here, Henry also knows that if he takes the earth crystal out of that portal, then all this destruction will stop. He uses his brain. Putting the teleporting crystal in his pressure gun, he throws it near the earth crystal, due to which he also teleports there. Before he can pick up the crystal, a soldier from the Netherland throws a bomb near him, due to which he falls down. Before he can die by falling, Garrett comes inside an air balloon and saves his life in the air, and we come to know that Garrett was not dead either, but he was saved because of this air balloon. Now Henry and Garrett go near the portal wall of the Netherland and break that wall, due to which the portal itself gets destroyed, and all the negativity that was coming to the Overworld also ends. Sunlight spreads again, due to which all the soldiers of the Netherland turn into zombies, and the Queen of the Netherland also loses all her powers. Despite losing power, she also tries to kill Steve once, but she cannot succeed, and in this way Steve's team wins this battle. All these people prepare to go back to Earth. Steve gives his dog to them as a gift, and he decides to stay here alone to enjoy the life of the Overworld. Then Henry's sister asks him, "Why don't you spread your magic in the real world?" Hearing this, Steve's mind also changes, and he also comes back to his world. Here, all these people start a new gaming zone for Steve and Garrett together, launch a new game which becomes popular in a few days, and all the problems of Garrett also get solved. Steve also becomes Garrett's store partner, and he gives live performances in Garrett's store. This time, Henry also comes to school wearing his jetpack himself, impressing all the children, and with this, the movie ends.